is.
That's a very noble thing to do, Mr. McCubbin, but tell me, how is it possible that Miss Sanchez, Mr. Kirkpatrick, neither of them saw any sign of your brother when they responded to the call at your mother's house?
I don't know.
This is Dr. Alfred Hunter. Subject is Lester A. McCubbin, male, age of 29. Date is February 2nd, 2018. Oregon State Hospital. When we met this morning, you mentioned someone named Addison. Why don't you tell me about him, Lester? I'm sorry?
Les. I've always been Les.
Of course, Les. Tell me about your earliest memories with...
Never been without him. We were born 6 minutes apart.
Are you identical or fraternal twins?
Fraternal. He looks like Mom.
What was Mom like?
She loved Addison. He was always her favorite.
Was your father around?
Mom, Patty, share please. No.
Dad didn't like either of us much.
Les, get in the house.
Did your father physically abuse you?
I mean, unless you count the spanking. How many times have I told you, don't encourage him?
It's a harmless game, John. Addison.
I don't want to hear that name. I need to get that through your head.
Did he spank Addison?
Always not right. Oh, no. He mostly ignored him. Besides, Dad can never catch him.
Okay. And why do you think your father ignored Addison and not you?
I don't know. Maybe he was jealous.
Jealous? Of who?
Of Addie.
God, we bless. I didn't force her.
What the hell is wrong with you? How many times have I told you?
Sorry.
Don't run in the house.
Sorry.
If you do that again,
Pretty wrong.
right now!
You said your mother loved Addison. How did she treat you?
She was patient, I guess. Kind. But I could tell I was in the way.
Just give your father some time to unwind from work. I'll bring your dinner after he's eaten, okay?
We're soulmates. We're inseparable.
Dude!
Come on, last one to the head. Justin, give me dinner.
Yeah, Daddy!
Doug.
I see men climbing the hill.
Yeah, there's a guy behind him too.
It's his brother. I see it called looks like a waffle.
That just look like a waffle.
You see it too, yeah.
I see it.
It's a waffle cloud.
Yeah, that's weird. Never seen a waffle cloud.
What was school like for you?
Normal. Got good grades. I was way more popular though.
What about after high school? Did you go to college together?
When we turned 18, we pretty much left right away. Went state.
Stuck together.
You're a sucker, Les. Seriously, you think you're gonna settle down, produce 2.3 children, and live happily ever after?
If it happened.
You'll run screaming at the first dirty diaper.
Stop, Maddie.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this guy in my Chinese class, Rick. We showed up at the same job interview today, and we got to talking, and I think he likes me.
I think every guy likes you, Daddy. And then you meet his wife or his girlfriend.
Screw you. You're hardly one to be giving relationship advice.
Last time you messed around with some guy, I'm the one who ended up with his wife crying on my shoulder.
See, we make a good team. We complement each other.
That was after she tried to beat me up. I'm not doing whatever this is turning into.
Rick wants to go clubbing this weekend. He invited us both to come along.
I don't even know the guy.
Yeah, so I told him you were cool, and he invited us both.
You're so annoying.
So you in?
No, I'm not in. Christy has her Peace Corps.
I already told him we'd both go.
Tell him I can't.
Oh, come on, Les. I need you there for moral support in case it doesn't go well.
Christy needs morals.
Christy needs to learn to commit. Stick the landing, sister. Come on, Les. It'll be fun.
It won't. Seriously, it'll be really great. Go for a walk.
Hey there. Can I get you?
Whiskey, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Why don't you let me take care of Lisa.
Hi.
Hey, where's Rick?
Back there writing a new phone book.
Shouldn't you meet with him?
Moral support.
get him pregnant.
Well, I tried.
Who left?
He left. Now we're getting home. Breakfast. Whoa. Tell me about it. At least we had food. I saw you flirting with that bartender.
She was doing her job, so I did mine.
I'm looking for it. Just can't find my targets. Okay. Carry that. Okay. Whoops. That's a beat, brother.
Hey, honey. You look like you can use a hand. What's your name?
Yeah, Madison.
See, that's more like it. It's not where the hand has been, but where it can be that counts.
Whoa. It's just... Sir, this... I don't want to disappoint you. Hey, it's no problem. They look like you want cash. Oh, hell. What the hell? The hooker you tried to pick up was a dude.
I didn't do it.
That's what they all say.
I didn't pick anyone up.
Not according to the buzz. And he had the cash to prove it. My money, by the way.
We lost our scholarship because of the arrest.
Oh. Madison. Anyone?
And what did you do after college? I waited tables.
Good evening.
Our special tonight is on Lifetime. Tune in.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
we didn't really need anyone else. Were you happy? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know if I've ever been what I'd call happy, but I was used to that. I was comfortable as long as Addie was, well, more or less. He started spending more and more time out in the night. You're something else.
What, I can't celebrate?
You're always celebrating, Addie. When are you gonna get a job?
Aren't you even gonna ask me what I'm celebrating?
Why don't you tell me?
My sweet, bitter brother. You deserve to be the first to know. So, Larry, you know the guy I've been seeing? The stockbroker with the tight abs?
God, Addie.
He wants me to move in with him.
Addie, no. You barely even know the guy.
You're not the only one who deserves to be happy.
You know, fuck off. I never for a second thought that I deserved anything other than to clean up after your toxic behavior.
Oh, wow.
Wes,
How long have you been sitting on that nest of bullshit?
someone has to be responsible. Pay the bills. Fix the relationships you destroyed.
Hey, I made some money last month. Remember that old guy who paid me?
Stop. I don't want to hear this.
You're just jealous because you can't even pay someone to touch you.
I didn't even know that was a church song.
Yeah. I guess I should get going, but, so, I was just gonna grab some lunch. Wanna join me?
Noreen and I have plans, actually.
No, that's fine. No problem. I just thought, well, anyways, see you guys next Sunday.
See you Monday.
Hi, Roger. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's just a little,
What?
I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just that, he's a good guy.
No. What were you going to say?
He's something about him reminds me of my brother.
Addison?
Yeah,
Well, when are you going to bring him to church so I can finally meet him?
he's not really the church-going type.
You should invite him at least.
It's not gonna happen like that.
Hey, the Lord works in mysterious ways, remember?
Yeah, I know, but
How about you just invite him to dinner Friday night? I'm sure he's the dinner-going type, Do it for me, okay?
okay, I'll ask him.
Hey, I thought it was your first mistake.
Come on, let's hit up that weed store.
But shouldn't we?
You gotta steer, Addie.
You're a pain in the ass. You wanted to switch. Hey, Noreen wants to meet you. You sure you want that? Why? She could leave you for me. I don't think you're her type.
Just saying.
We have dinner planned on Friday. You in?
That's you falling off a bike.
You're an idiot.
And the time you stepped on the coral.
I still have a piece of it lodged in my foot.
No way. That was how many years ago?
I thought it would have come out by now or dissolved or something. But it's still there, and now it just hurts when it rains. And it smells funny sometimes.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
I think she really likes me.
I don't know, bro. I don't think she's your type.
Really? Then what exactly is my type?
Well, someone with a sense of humor, for starters.
Give her a chance. She just met you. She's nice, really.
I don't think she's that into you.
Why do you always do this?
To what?
This. Every time I have something good going for me, you just shoot it down.
No way. Bro, I'm just looking out for you. Come on, let's get out of here. You're not the only one with a date tonight.
I'm gonna wait for Noreen.
Dude, I don't think she's coming back. What?
Really? Roger?
Damn, I told him to hurry. Yes, Roger. He's a damn sight friendlier than Noreen.
You're doing this just to spite me.
You're so uptight. Hey, maybe she's perfect for you.
I'm responsible, Addison. Unlike you.
Shut up. Ever since you started going to that church, your dad all over
Maybe
again.
it would do you good to join me every once in a while. They're good people. Maybe they can help you.
You mean like Roger?
No, Addie. Look, this needs to stop.
What?
What needs to stop?
Do you know what we do? You want me to describe it? No. Maybe you want to join.
Wow.
A little less, you're really
No,
sick.
stop. Addison, this promiscuity thing. You can't just sleep.
So I guess it's okay for you to have Noreen, but I'm supposed to what? Be alone?
Just keep me inside, little less. Is that what you want?
Well, I'm not Mom. You don't get to just lock me up.
I thought you weren't, Dad.
Sweet, quiet, little less.
How dare you?
You know, you're an even bigger faggot than I could ever try to be. All that wood shoved so far up your ass.
Can you taste it, little less? Can you, little sissy boy?
Don't want to hurt your precious little morals, right? Just like Dad. I'm too different. Right, Les?
Eddie, you know what I meant.
You're right. I did.
Eddie, don't. Eddie, please.
Lester, you're not going to feel better if you don't take your medicine.
Where's Addison?
What was life like without Addison for you?
I was miserable. I mean, we still had that psychic bond. I could still sense in moods and stuff like that. But I couldn't make out his thoughts. They were muddy. Like he was hiding them.
Did you have other companions then? Friends? Anyone you could turn to?
I did go on a couple of dates with Allison, girl from work.
I'm glad you called.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know if...
I know it was a little presumptuous of me, wasn't it?
No, that's not what I meant. Thank you for giving me your number. I would have been too embarrassed to ask for it.
Oh. I hope you don't think I go around doing that all the time. That was the first.
No, I don't think that.
You have the perfect combination of honest and oblivious, so I thought, why not?
What?
I watched you ignore every other table for an entire night. Did you even get any tips?
I got your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even give me a tip. I made like 75 cents that night.
Someone had to let you know why.
Is this okay?
Yes.
It's just tuna.
It could be paper or rocks or air. Thanks for not starving me.
I don't really do this much.
Eat lunch?
Dinner or die. That's what I always say. No. Go on dates. This.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not expecting anything. I would like to, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But
You raised it. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
I couldn't give her what she wanted. I missed him so much. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't be without him. How can you just stop having someone in your life like that? He was there for every breath, and suddenly minus 6 minutes. What? Every breath minus 6 minutes. So I went to find him. It wasn't hard. I can still sense
did find me, freak. How'd you know where I was? Oh, bro! I can't feel my legs. I miss you. Oh, okay. People are gonna stare. Bro, people started staring when you attacked me. This is Portland. At the very least, they don't give a shit. If anything, they'll pick at us for not being proud enough. What brought you into town? I wanted to surprise you. Still doing that church stuff? Yeah. So dope. What? Maddie, I never wanted you to be any different. What about Roger? What's her name? Oh, Noreen. It was awkward. Told you. But I did start seeing someone, you know. This girl named Allison. She was... She's pretty great. Boy. No, hold on. Don't get carried away. I'm not gonna, be like you. You wound me, bro. I've changed my ways. I date responsibly now. Let's see. You're still dating people? Yes. A leopard doesn't change his spots. In this analogy, are you wearing leopard print? Yes. It's fabulous. That's up for debate. Less. Sorry. I love you. Just... you're my brother. Come on. Where are we going? This is the land of lust, sugar bear. Whatever you desire, we'll go out and get it. Can we just go to your place? What place?
I want to move on to the incident in which you sustained your injuries. I was handcuffed. Before that, before you were brought here, you were already hurt. How did that happen? Yes, this is important. Why? Okay. I'm gonna take a short bathroom break. You need anything? Water? Food? Les, you all right?
Addison. Where's Addison?
Don't worry about that right now. We'll address that when you're fully recovered.
I can't recover if I don't know Addie's okay. Why can't I remember?
Les, you've suffered a cranial injury, as well as what I believe is a serious emotional trauma. Either incident alone is enough to create an amnesiac event. And both of them together, I'm not at all surprised by your memory lapses. Now, it's important that we take our time walking back through what memories you do have in order to find out where this fugue, this memory lapse begins. So do you understand?
But why can't I feel Addison? My whole life I've been able...
I'm bound by the law and the oaths of my profession to stick with the existing science on this. No extrasensory bond or what have you. It's a part of my training, you understand? That said, I will give you that this bond that you've described between you and Addison seems to have been interrupted by the trauma you experienced.
If I recover, will I hear him again?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
I need to find him.
Well, maybe we should talk about the last time you saw him. Maybe that'll give us some answers. Let's talk about your visit with your mother. Les.
My mom lives a ways away. A couple hours.
How did she get to her house? Les, what's the matter?
Why do you keep bringing up my mother? I haven't said anything about her. I just want to see my brother.
Well, Les, I believe the information about your mother is critical to our work here today.
Don't you think it's kind of weird that you keep asking about her when I haven't said anything that makes her relevant to my situation?
Is there a problem here, Les?
Yeah, you're goddamn right there's a problem. I don't think you're a good doctor. I want another one. You're not trying to help me at all.
Les, please stay and talk to me.
I can't. You keep trying to find out stuff about my mother, and I just want my brother back. It's unrelated. Why are you being such a goddamn weirdo?
Les, are you okay?
Why am I like this?
I don't know, Les. Why don't we try and find out, okay? There you go. It's okay, buddy.
Addie came to pick me up from work.
She feels abandoned, Les. She told me on the phone to save the photo albums before they get rid of everything.
They? Who's they?
People she thinks are gonna throw her shit away when she dies. She's planning her death, Les. She doesn't even think we'll be there to take care of her after the fact.
Daddy, that's nuts.
Maybe, but it makes sense to her. When's the last time you saw her?
Last time you did. Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas '08. She thinks she's seen the last of us, Les. That's my point.
You can't just go down there and take care of her. I've got a job.
We can, Les. We can. I already talked to her about it.
We'll hire her a maid. Someone to tend the garden, her and the cats.
So she can fire them a week later, like she did when she got out of the hospital?
She was healthier then. She needs the assistance now. The cats are gone. What? Since when?
2 of them died. One of them ran away. She left the door open all night. That's not the point. The point is, she still doesn't want the help. She's dying.
She'll outlive us both. She just complains to get us down there.
She complains because she wants it to end.
Well, she doesn't really have the option at this point. She does.
Hattie, stop talking like that. It's what she wants. I already talked to her about it. I told you.
Well, we can't always get what we want.
Hattie, look, I really don't want to talk about this at work.
You're right. Let's go see her.
Hattie.
Hattie, can you please talk to me?
If I could just move her into a facility.
No! We're not going to warehouse her. She'd rather be dead.
It's not like that anymore. They have this whole graduated care.
Drop it. Les.
What?
Or what, Addie?
We can talk her out of it. Give her options. Just see reason.
Exactly.
What?
Do you know what she said when we talked on the phone?
Yeah.
She told me she couldn't bear to be a burden. She said she couldn't stand the thought of forcing herself on her little legs. Even if it just meant that you'd be stuck with the responsibility of her estate. I told her I'd help, but she said Les wouldn't let you. It was too important to him. Don't you get it, Les? She refuses to bury you. Which is exactly what will happen if we drag this out. She's protecting you from yourself. You're too good for it. For this family, maybe.
I'm not gonna kill Mom.
And I'll do it. Fuck, man. It's better than whatever she'd try to do to get it done herself. I know, it sounds awful, but I promise you, the last time we talked on the phone, you don't remember the last time you've heard Mom sound so peaceful and lucid. I swear to God.
Let's throw up.
Say my best.
Good, you brought everyone.
Yeah, well, Addison thought we should just drop by.
Narc?
What?
I said Les should go to the park. Like the dog park. Because he's a little bitch.
That doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, baby. Oh, come on, sit. You sit. So you here for the party, or are you gonna watch? Wait, let me get you something to drink. I got water. I got milk.
Got any more of that moonshine?
Addison, don't say that. Come on, you know that my friend was here and we finished it. Yeah, well, the water's still shit, so. Yeah. And yes, I do have a friend, Susan.
Mom.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes.
Is it your back?
No, my stomach's pinching me.
Oh, here, let's go sit.
Okay. No,
Can I help you?
Oh, there is my boy. Oh, gosh, I was wondering if you were going to be coming. You know, Les doesn't tell me anything.
You ready for your party?
Party.
Wait, what party?
My son is throwing me a going away party and you're ruining it. Please just sit down, Les, and have fun.
What did the doctor say?
What?
The doctor.
What doctor?
Your doctor, Mom.
Oh, I fired him.
What?
He's always trying to do stuff to me.
Mom, you can't fire your doctor. What do you mean, do stuff?
He's doing weird things. I'm not going back there. That's it. Oh my God, I can't trust anybody. Just can't even trust anybody. No, I'm not seeing the doc. I want music.
I got it.
Music. You were such a good boy, Addie. Thank you for taking such good care of your mama. You're such a good dancer.
Milk's bad, Mom.
It's fine for me.
Yeah, Les, it's fine. It's just closer to cheese.
Cheese.
Why are you doing this to Mom? She needs to get better. You don't have the right. If she just talks to a doctor, then fuck the doctor. You don't understand. She can't leave the house. She doesn't sleep. She can't wash her hair because of her arthritis. The meds constipate her so bad that her
Get it. No, you don't get it.
You don't get it. Because you're so preoccupied with how everyone else affects you that you don't see how much pain they're in. This isn't about you, Les. This is about Mom. And this is probably the first thing she's had to look forward to since Dad died. Go out there. Go out there and look at her. I swear to God, Les, if you don't go out there and look at that woman, who is happier than you have ever seen her, because she's looking forward to this one thing, you're next on the list.
I'm not killing Mom. And neither are you.
Addie, come dance with me.
I'm Les, Mama. Dad hate Daddy so much.
He didn't hate him. Tom just didn't. He didn't like new ideas. There was something in you that your father just couldn't reconcile. But he was a good man. You're a good man.
Hi, Mom.
Whew. I love you forever.
I love you, Mama. Daddy, wait.
Go to bed, Les.
Madison.
Go to your room and go to bed.
And then what happened?
I waited.
Waited for what?
Can't remember.
Les, you know you're going to stand trial, right? You're currently in the custody of the state. You are the only suspect in a very serious crime, and it's my job to determine your level of competence. You won't stand trial, however, if you're incapable of participating in your own defense. You understand me, Les?
What crime?
They want to charge you with murder. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't talk to you about the details of the event. And should you confess to me, it will affect your case.
I didn't murder. I saved you.
Les, we have reason to believe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Kill Edison.
What is your area of expertise?
I specialize in mood disorders, schizophrenia, and dissociative behavior.
Let's say, just for a moment, that the patient was, in fact, suicidal. Would that, in your opinion, render him incapable of understanding the charges against him or participating in his own defense?
Not necessarily, no.
In your opinion, what would render someone incapable of participating in their own self-defense?
A person who is delusional, dissociative, for example, would not understand the consequences of their actions, so...
In your professional opinion, and after hours of evaluating Mr. McCubbin, do you believe he possesses one or more of these behaviors?
Mr. McCubbin is interesting. He doesn't seem to be irrational, and yet his behavior is that of a dissociative or delusional person. So yes.
Thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
Redirect, Miss Jones.
Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Hunter, how long have you been working?
I was assigned to his
What the hell is going on?
the morning after he was.
Les, I know it's hard to listen to. Just bear with it. We're gonna get through
Can you
this.
describe his...
Why am I here?
As
You need
I
to convince everyone in this room that you are not responsible for your own actions. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
Mr. Frazier, keep your client in line or he'll be held in contempt.
Yes, Your Honor. Just trust me. It's the only way out for you.
He was asking for the whereabouts of someone he called Addison.
Who is Addison?
According to Mr. McCubbin, he's his fraternal twin brother.
Miss Sanchez, in the course of your EMT duties on the evening of April 9th, you were called to the home of 10036 Delancey Court in Marston. Was the emergency that you responded to at this address classified as a psychiatric emergency?
No,
What was the call you responded to at Delancey Court?
a homicide and a critical wounded.
Miss Sanchez, besides yourself and your partner, how many persons were present when you entered the home?
There was the first responder and his partner, and the two injured.
And who were the injured?
Their names were recorded as Mr. Lester A. McCubbin and Mrs. Sarah Jane McCubbin.
Are either of them here today? Please indicate them.
Mr. McCubbin is right there.
Did you see any signs of any third party?
There were 3 table settings, dishes, glasses, and stuff, but otherwise, no.
Have you ever responded to a suicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it safe to say that every instance is different?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever responded to an accidental death?
Yes.
And are these fairly unique as well?
Yes, ma'am.
What about a homicide, Miss Sanchez? How many of these have you responded to?
Too many?
And those, again, are unique?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Sanchez, based on your experience of all of these terrible events, would you say you can draw conclusions about an event without all the explicit detail?
Objection, Your Honor. Miss Sanchez is not trained in forensics.
I will sustain. Miss Jones, do you wish to rephrase the question?
Yes, Your Honor. What was the nature of the injuries you were called to the address to treat?
I was there to stabilize Mr. McCubbin, who had received a number of blunt force impact injuries.
What was your impression as to how Mr. McCubbin had received these injuries?
They were consistent with many of the car accidents I've responded to. For example, the body experiences a sudden impact from an immobile object.
Like a wall or a stove?
Yes, in this case, that could be the cause.
Could these injuries be self-inflicted?
I mean, yeah, sure, if you run into a wall fast enough.
Seems pretty far-fetched.
Objection. She's mocking my client.
Miss Jones, is there a point to this line of questioning?
Miss Sanchez, humor me. If you wanted it to look like someone had attacked you, what would be an easy way to do it?
Objection. She's clearly leading.
Miss Jones, if you don't have any productive questions, I'll have to ask you to conclude your questioning.
The prosecution rests.
I didn't run into a wall.
Good job.
Just let me handle this.
Mr. Frazier, it's your cross.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Sanchez, have you ever played chicken before? Let me explain. Chicken is a game where you see how close you
I'm
can get.
familiar with it, yes.
Good. Now, you described your profession as that of an EMT. Do you perform forensic work in your normal course of duty?
No.
Did you, the night of the alleged incident, perform forensic work?
No, sir.
Thank you. Can you say with certainty that my client, Mr. McCubbin, ran into a wall?
No.
How about a stove, as Miss Jones suggested?
No.
Can you make any claim that my client did anything at all, apart from being in the room and being alive that night?
No.
You seem like a pretty intelligent woman. Now, it wouldn't take very long for a woman as smart as you to draw some pretty reasonable conclusions about what happened there that night.
I suppose.
But they still would be assumptions, right? Huh. Ethically, can you even suggest that he did it himself? Hurt himself?
No.
And were you in the room
when the injuries were inflicted?
No, I was not.
So as a person with no forensic background, and with no information than what you saw there that night, and giving conflicting testimony, can you say, with confidence, how my client received his injuries?
No.
One more question. Do you feel that your time in the stand is being put to good use?
Objection.
Sustained.
Mr. Frazier, I'll ask you to refrain from antagonistic questioning in my courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. The defense rests.
Redirect, Miss Jones? No, Your Honor. Good. I'm gonna call a recess for lunch.
Okay. I think we're doing good. We're not out of the woods yet. Dana's a real snatch, but I think...
Why am I even here?
Les, we're here to determine whether or not you go to trial for murder. Surely you understand that by now.
I didn't kill anyone.
They believe you did. I believe you did. We need to show them.
You're supposed to be on my side.
I am on your side. We are here to show them that you couldn't have possibly killed anyone on purpose. And that you can't defend yourself in a right mind. Can you trust me?
I didn't kill anyone.
Les, we can't have that debate now. Just stay crazy, and we'll be fine.
I'm not crazy.
Do you want to stay in the room, or do you want a custodian? Stay in the room.
I'm crazy. He's gonna kill her. I'm not crazy. You're gonna stop him. You can't do it, Eddie. He loves me. He likes me. I gotta stop him. I'm not crazy.
Better not wander around and put you in cuffs. I'll stay with him, Dan. So you, wanna grab some lunch? Huh? Come on, join me. Les? Les, stop! What's the matter? My daddy's on. Listen, I can't talk to you about things outside of the hearing, but I need you to try and trust me, and your lawyer. We're both doing whatever we can to make sure you heal and do so as a free man. Please tell me you understand this.
I'm trying.
Okay, I believe it. Hey, let's get you some coffee, okay, baby?
Now what?
We got another one up here.
Go!
There was an anonymous phone call, and we had responded at around 2200 hours. We were let in by 2 uniforms.
The witness refers to police officers.
Yes, sir.
You attended to my client right away?
Yes, sir.
Where were you, Mr. Kirkpatrick, while your partner was tending to the injuries of Mr. McCubbin in the kitchen?
I was in a bedroom attempting to revive the second victim.
Miss McCubbin?
Yes.
Please describe her.
Approximately 60 years of age, 160 pounds. She was lying in her bed and had stopped breathing. I think she's dead. Real hero, this guy.
Maybe he should try shaking her again.
Did she look like the kind of woman who would be able to defend herself?
Mr. Frazier.
So you gotta keep it down, okay?
Carry on, Miss Jones.
Were you able to revive her?
No, it was far too late. She'd apparently been dead for more than an hour.
Mr. Frazier, is your client able to proceed?
Your Honor, I'd like to request a brief recess. Les, this is your chance to set the record straight.
I just want to go back to the hospital and sleep.
Let's just get through this, and then you can sleep as long as you like.
I don't want to.
Les, you were the only one in the room. If we're going to hear the truth, we have to hear it from you.
He killed her.
Is that the truth? Is this what we're going to hear up there?
There are pieces missing that don't make sense.
Don't think about that right now. Right now, we have to concentrate on saving you. Okay?
They think I did it, don't they? They think I killed my mother.
Is this the report returned by the lab based on that DNA evidence?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Reading from the report, Detective, the DNA of how many individuals were found in the victim's kitchen?
2.
And who does the report identify those individuals as?
The victim, Sarah Jane McCubbin, and her son, Lester A. McCubbin.
Just to be clear, Detective, does the report make any mention of an Addison McCubbin or any third party?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Frazier, do you have any questions for Detective Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. You may be excused. Is your client ready to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McCubbin, could you please tell us where you were at 7 o'clock on the evening of April 9th of this year?
I guess we were driving around then.
Where from?
Southeast Portland.
When you say we, Mr. McCubbin, to whom are you referring?
Me and my twin brother, Addison.
Are you identical?
Fraternal.
Would you say that it would be easy for a person to mistake you for him and vice versa?
No, we're very different. He's tall, blonde, athletic.
What was your intended destination?
We were going to visit our mother in Marston.
Was it just a social call?
What do you mean? I guess so.
I mean, did you go there with a specific purpose in mind, or did you just go there to visit?
I hadn't visited her in a while, and Addison wanted to talk to her about something.
What was that?
Her health is failing, and it's getting harder for her to do things. So we had to talk about putting her in assisted living.
Had you discussed this with your mother previously?
I tried. She doesn't like to talk about it, and she gets confused and irritable.
Had you talked about it with anybody else?
Just Addie.
I assume when you say Addie, you're talking about that which you call Addison? What did he think?
I guess he hated the idea.
Was this type of disagreement typical with your brother?
No. We disagree sometimes, but not about anything so serious.
So, you said that you arrived to your mother's house at about 8 o'clock that evening, is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can you tell us what happened then?
Addison was giving me the silent treatment, which normally means he's planning something.
What was he planning?
I don't know. I couldn't figure him out.
Were you worried about violence?
No. Addison would never hurt anybody. Physically, I mean. But? He was different. Not who he means to be. He didn't like that I disagreed with him.
What did you disagree about?
Addison and I have different opinions on euthanasia.
So he wanted to kill your mother?
No. He wanted to make her happy. Give her peace. Help her live life on her own terms. I understand that now.
So you suddenly agree with him?
No, he's just... He thinks bigger than I can. Difficult decisions don't scare him. He's braver than I am.
You think killing your own mother is bravery?
No, that's not what I said. I said he's braver with difficult decisions. He didn't want to kill Mom. He wanted to give her life. A final chapter of joy.
You make it sound romantic.
I guess it is. In a way.
Murder isn't romantic, Mr. McCubbin. It's against the law.
What Addison wanted isn't murder.
Taking another person's life is murder. Mr. McCubbin, you have now told us your plan. You've told us your motives. Why don't you now just tell us that you did it less? Tell us how sick you really are.
It must be so lonely in that little head of yours, Miss Jones.
What?
Always looking for that moment to strike.
Mr. McCubbin, I'm warning you.
Is there room in there, Miss Jones, where you entertain all the children who hated you? Who was the first to call you cunt? Cunt.
Order! Mr. Fraser, get your client under control.
I'm sorry, everyone. The truth is, I don't remember what happened that night. It was awfully scary, and I woke up like this.
Order! I will have order in my courtroom. Mr. Fraser, have a conference with your client right now. Make sure he comes back with a little respect or I'll hold you both in contempt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you kill Mom. Unless you're too late.
You always were. I only did it because no one else would.
You really want to be gone, huh? Sorry.
You told us that you fought in your mother's kitchen with your brother. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you would have us believe that this brother also murdered your mother just several minutes earlier?
Yeah.
And you tried to save her life.
A verbal response, please, Mr. McCubbin.
Yes.
That's a very noble thing to do, Mr. McCubbin, but tell me, how is it possible that Miss Sanchez, Mr. Kirkpatrick, neither of them saw any sign of your brother when they responded to the call at your mother's house?
I don't know.
And Detective Robinson has told us that the DNA showed no sign of this Addison being at the crime scene. How is that possible? In fact, none of the neighbors who testified ever heard your mother speak of a son named Addison in the over 30 years that she lived in Marston. Where is Addison, Mr. McCubbin?
He didn't get out to visit much.
Oh. And you would have the court believe that your brother who you claim to have injured and who left no trace of his bleeding self on the crime scene, simply disappeared after he smothered your mother with a pillow?
I said I don't know. I can't just
The witness will remain seated. Mr. Frazier, you will see to it that your client restrains himself.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McCubbin, this is your last warning. You can continue, Miss Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, you have no memory of the events that night, but you would expect the court to believe your word over the testimony of state experts?
I can't just remember.
So you don't really care who murdered your mother?
Objection.
Overruled.
I have no more questions.
Well, when Lester was little, he would often include his twin brother, Addison, and I would go along. But of course, it was just a game.
What sort of game?
Well, I assume Lester had heard a story and gotten carried away with it.
But there was something more to it, wasn't there?
Well, yes.
Please explain.
Well, I assisted with the delivery.
Who's delivering, Miss Ridley?
Lester and Addison's.
Lester and Addison's. So there were two children.
Well, it was a very difficult birth.
Can you describe for the court this difficult birth that has left such an impression on you?
As well, it had been a perfectly orderly pregnancy, but the ultrasound showed a very rare anomaly.
And what anomaly was that?
It appeared that the blastocysts had fused.
Can you please explain that in layman's terms for the court?
The chorion, which is the outside enclosure, it was shared, and that's something you usually only see in identical twins.
Did this development complicate the pregnancy?
No, not in and of itself, but it did complicate the delivery.
How so?
Well, early in the 8th month, both boys' amniotic sacs ruptured simultaneously. The doctor thought that some outside physical trauma was the cause, but Mrs. McCubbin insisted that no such thing had occurred.
What did this rupture mean?
Well, that the babies were coming early, of course. Normally the twins will deliver sequentially within minutes of each other. But the McCubbin babies had become interlocked face to face, as though in an embrace. So it was impossible for them to pass through the birth canal this way. The doctor began a C-section.
And what was the result?
Little Lester was delivered successfully within minutes, but it was only after we extracted him from the womb that we discovered he was not entirely free of his twin. One of his tiny little fists had closed around dear Addison's umbilical cord, like when you clamp a garden hose. Little Lester had strangled his brother.
Order! Died in the womb! Order! Get out! Hey! Take a good look. Les! Yeah! Les! Stop him! Stop him! Need away. Show you the birthday suit. Maybe then you'll recognize me. Addison! Hey! Stop! Did you see, Doc?
What's up, bro? Catch.
Earthly dust from off thee shaken, soul immortal shalt thou awaken, with thy last dim journey taken home through the night. Under the wide and starry sky, dig that grave, boys, dig it deep and let me lie. Gladly did I live, and gladly will I die. Under a canopy of forest green. All the colors that my eyes had ever seen. Some regard the fall like I regard the spring. On down the hill and round the bend, hear me singing, calling to you once again. I'm caught up in the trees, untangled like the